الحمد لله رب العالمين.
The Shaykh Hafidhullah, he started off by praising Allah.
وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
And sending salats and salams and barakah upon our Prophet Muhammad and upon his companions and family all together.
نحمد الله عز وجل على توفيقه وإحسانه.
We say we praise Allah on the success that He has given us and the good that He has done to us.
وفقنا إلى إقامة هذه الدورة العلمية السنوية.
He has given us success to establishing this yearly annual seminar
في الكويت.
in Kuwait.
لإخوة لنا يزوروننا سنويا.
For brothers that visit us annually
من أمريكا.
from America.
تحت إشراف معهد الفرقان الذي يقوم عليه الأخ أبو عبد الله محمد نزيه جزاه الله خيرا.
Under the supervision of Maḥhad-ul-Furqān that is established by the brother Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Nazih. May Allah reward him with good.
وهذه هي الدورة الثالثة.
And this is the third seminar.
ونحن في يوم الخميس السادس من جمادى الأولى لعام 33 و400.
And we are on Thursday, the 6th of Jumad al-Ula in the year 1433 from the Hijrah.
الموافق 29 من الشهر الثالث لعام 12 و2000.
Corresponding to March 29th in the year 2012.
في درس التفسير من سورة النور.
In the lesson of Tafsīr of Sūrat-un-Nūr.
أخوكم محدثكم من الكويت سالم بن سعد الطويل.
Your brother and the one speaking to you from Kuwait, Saalim ibn Saʿd at-Taweel.
وقد وقفنا على قوله تبارك وتعالى.
And we stopped at Allah تبارك وتعالى statement.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. وقل للمؤمنات يغضضن من أبصارهن ويحفظن فروجهن ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا ما ظهر منها وليضربن بخمرهن على جيوبهن ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا لبعولتهن أو آباء بعولتهن أو أبنائهن أو أبناء بعولتهن أو إخوانهن أو بني إخوانهن أو بني أخواتهن أو نسائهن أو ما ملكت أيمانهن أو التابعين غير أولي الإربة من الرجال أو الطفل الذين لم يظهروا على عورات النساء ولا يضربن بأرجلهن ليعلم ما يخفين من زينتهن وتوبوا إلى الله جميعا أيها المؤمنون لعلكم تفلحون وأنكحوا الأيام منكم والصالحين من عبادكم وإمائكم إن يكونوا فقراء يغنيهم الله من فضله والله واسع عليم وليستعفف الذين لا يجدون نكاحا حتى يغنيهم الله من فضله والذين يبتغون الكتاب مما ملكت أيمانكم فكاتبوهم إن علمتم فيهم خيرا وآتوهم مما لله الذي آتاكم ولا تكرهوا فتياتكم على البغاء إن أردنا تحصنا لتبتغوا عرض الحياة الدنيا ومن يكرههن فإن الله من بعد إكراههن غفور رحيم ولقد أنزلنا إليكم آيات مبينات ومثلا من الذين خلوا من قبلكم وموعظة للمتقين. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده. تقدم معنا أن الله عز وجل أمر المؤمنين بغض أبصارهم أي صرف أبصارهم عما يحرم عليهم النظر إليه.
He started off Hafidhullah by praising Allah and sending salat and salam upon the one who there's no prophet after him. And then he said it has proceeded with us at the command of Allah to the mu'mineen that they lower their gaze from that which is not permissible for them to look at.
وأن يحفظوا فروجهم، وأمرهم أن يحفظوا فروجهم.
And that they protect their private parts, i.e. he commanded them that they protect their private parts.
وبينا يحفظوا فروجهم من ماذا؟
We clarified that the protecting of their private parts is from what?
من ماذا يحفظوا فروجهم؟
What do they protect their private parts from?
From being seen and from illegal sexual
من أن ينظر إليها من لا يحق له النظر إليها.
He said from that they protected it from being seen by those who don't have the right to look at them.
ويحفظ فروجهم من فعل الفواحش من الزنا واللواط.
And that they protect their private parts from committing acts of indecency like zina and liwat.
هذا الأمر الذي أمر الله به المؤمنين.
This command that Allah Azza wa Jal commanded the mu'mineen with,
يشمل الرجال والنساء.
it comprises the men and the women.
فإن الله عز وجل أمر الرجال أمرا فهو أمر للرجال والنساء.
So if Allah Azza wa Jal commands with a commandment, then it is a command to the men and the women.
لكن لأهمية هذا الأمر كرره الله عز وجل في حق النساء.
But due to the severity and the importance of this affair, Allah repeated it in regards to the women.
فقال وقل للمؤمنات يغضضن من أبصارهن أي يصرفن أبصارهن ويحفظن أبصارهن من النظر إلى ما حرم الله عز وجل.
So he said the translation of which is say to the women of Iman that they lower their gaze, i.e. that they turn their gaze away and that they protect it from that it look at that which they have no that which is not permissible for them to look at.
فلا يجوز المرأة أن تنظر إلى عورة المرأة.
So it's not permissible for a woman to look at the awrah of another woman.
ولا يجوز المرأة أن تنظر إلى عورة الرجل.
Nor is it permissible for a woman to look at the awrah of a man.
لكن هل يجوز لها أن تنظر إلى وجه الرجل؟
But is it permissible for her to look at the face of a man?
الصحيح أن هذا جائز.
That which is correct is that this is okay.
ولو كان لا يجوز للمرأة أن تنظر إلى وجوه الرجال.
And if it had not been permissible for the woman to look at the face of men,
لأمر الرجال بستر وجوههم حتى لا يرونهم النساء.
the men would have been ordered to cover their faces in order that the women couldn't see them.
لماذا المرأة أمرت أن تستر نفسها؟
Why was the woman ordered to cover herself?
حتى لا يراها الرجال.
In order that the men don't see her.
لكن لم يؤمر الرجل بذلك.
But the men weren't commanded with this.
لأنه جائز أن النساء ينظرن إلى الرجال.
So this is for the fact that it's permissible for women to look at men.
ولذلك في صحيح البخاري
And for that reason you find in Sahih al-Bukhari,
جاء قوم من أهل الحبشة من أفريقيا.
the people of Habasha came, the people of Africa.
وأخذوا يلعبون بالحربة بسلاح الحرب.
And they started playing with the spears or the weapons of war
في المسجد.
in the masjid.
وأخذت عائشة رضي عنها تنظر إليهم.
And Aisha was looking at them.
وجاءت من خلف النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام.
And she stood behind the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
فالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ألان منكبه حتى يمكنها من النظر.
So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam lowered his shoulders so that she would be able to see.
حتى شبعت من النظر.
Until she got full of looking at them.
ثم انصرفت.
And then she went away.
فلو كان لا يجوز للمرأة أن تنظر إلى الرجال.
So if it had not been permissible for a woman to look at a man,
لما مكن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عائشة من أن تنظر إلى رجال الحبشة.
the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would have not allowed Aisha radiyallahu anha to look at the men from Habasha.
لكن المرأة لا يجوز أن تنظر إلى عورة النساء.
But the woman, it is not permissible for her to look at the private parts of the women.
وهذا الأمر يتساهل به كثير من النساء.
In this affair, you find a lot of women being easygoing about it.
فتنظر إلى عورات النساء.
So they look at the private parts of other women.
والنساء يكشفن عوراتهن أمام النساء.
And the women, they uncover or unveil their awrat around other women.
هذا لا يجوز بدليل أن الله قال وقل للمؤمنات يغضضن من أبصارهن.
And this is not permissible due to the proof that Allah said, the translation of which is say to those women of Iman that they should lower their gaze.
فما هي حدود العورة بالنسبة للمرأة إلى المرأة؟
So what are the boundaries of the awrah or the private area from one woman to another woman?
الواجب أن المرأة تلبس لباسها المعتاد ولا تتعرض.
So that which is obligatory is that a woman wear the clothes that are normal and that she doesn't expose herself.
معروف المرأة إذا كانت عارية يقال لها فلانة عارية.
It's known that if a woman is naked that she'll be called naked or exposed.
لا يلزم أن تستر رأسها رقبتها وذراعيها وقدميها أمام النساء.
So it's not necessary that she cover her head or her arms or her feet around other women.
لكن أيضا لا يجوز لها أن تتعرى، أن تكون شبه عارية أو شبه عارية أمام النساء.
But at the same point in time, it's not permissible for her to expose or to be naked or almost naked around other women.
وقال جل وعلا ويحفظن فروجهن، أي من أن ينظر إلى فروجهن من لا يحل له النظر، ومن الفواحش من الزنا وغيرها.
And then Jalla wa'ala, he says the translation of which, let them protect their private parts, meaning protected from that it cannot be seen by those who don't have the right to look at it, and likewise to protect it from the indecencies, actions of like zina.
ولا يبدين زينتهن، أي لا يظهرن، يجعلونها بادية ظاهرة. الزينة كل ما هو موضع يعني طمع ونظر للرجال.
And then he says, and let them not show off their adornment. And he says, show off means to make it obvious and very clear to see. And that which is zina is that which they, everything that they use to decorate it, to beautify themselves in front of men.
منها الحلي والقلائد التي تلبسها والأسور التي تلبسها المرأة.
So from it is the jewelry and the necklace and the bracelets that the women wear them.
ومنها الملابس، ملابس الزينة التي تتزين بها المرأة.
And likewise it's the garments of decoration that the woman decorates herself with.
أعظم حجاب تتحجب به المرأة. أعظم حجاب تتحجب به المرأة.
The greatest type of hijab that the woman can take it as a hijab.
هو الحجاب رقم واحد. Number one.
It's the number one hijab.
أن تحتجب بالجدران، يعني أن تبقى في بيتها فلا ترى في بيتها وقرن في بيوتكم.
Is that she take the hijab of the walls, meaning that she stay in her home and take those walls as a hijab, and then he mentioned the ayahs and stay in your homes.
فإذا خرجت للحاجة.
So if she goes out for a need,
فإن واجب عليها أن تلبس لباسا يسترها.
Then that which is obligatory upon her is that she wear garments that will cover her.
والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول المرأة عورة.
And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that the woman is an awrah.
إذا سترت نفسها بلباس، هذا اللباس لابد أن يراه الناس وهي تلبس، فهذا رؤية الناس لها من وراء الملابس لا بأس.
So if she was to cover herself with these garments, then it's obvious that the men would see these garments on her. So her being seen in these garments outwardly, then there's no harm upon her in this.
وهذا معنى إلا ما ظهر منها، يعني ظاهر لباسها هذا لا بد منه.
And this is what is meant by the statement, except that which is apparent or obvious from it, meaning the open garments that can see, then there is no way to cover this up.
وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ. الخمر جمع خمار وهو ما يخامر الرأس يعني غطاء الرأس.
And then he says, and let them put their veils, and he says the word khumar is the plural of khimar, and that is which covers the head.
على جيوبهن. جيوبهن الجيب هو فتحة الثوب من جهة الصدر.
He says over their bosoms, they translated, and he says the jayb here is the opening that comes on the garment, for example, from the direction of the chest.
وفي الحديث قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس منا من شق الجيوب، يعني عند المصيبة بعض الناس عند المصيبة يشق جيبه يعني يشق ثوبه من هذه الفتحة، فتحة الصدر. And
they came in the hadith that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said he is not from us the one who splits their juyub, and juyub is that they split their garments from the opening or the point of that right here that comes at the chest.
بعض العلم قال هذه الآية تدل على ستر الوجه.
Some of the people of knowledge say that this ayah proves the necessitation of covering their face.
لأنه الخمار على الرأس وأمرت المرأة أن تغطي جيبها، إذن هي ستنزل الخمار من رأسها إلى صدرها فيغطي الوجه.
Because the khimar, if it was on top of the head and she's been ordered to let it place or fall over her jayb, then from that reason or from that aspect, it will fall over her face to her jayb.
ومن قال من أهل العلم أن يجوز لها أن تكشف وجهها قال تأتي بالخمار من رأسها ثم تحوله عن وجهها إلى صدرها.
And those people who say that, from the people of knowledge that say it is permissible for her to uncover her face, then they say that she would bring the khimar from the top of her head down around her face and then let it cover her jayb from this direction.
ولا يبدين زينتهن يعني الداخلية التي لا يجوز أن يراها الرجال الأجانب.
And then he says, and let them not show off their adornment, meaning the inward adornment that is not permissible for them to show around men that they are not related to.
إلا لبعولتهن
except to
بعولتهن يعني أزواجهن.
except to their bu'ul, and their ba'al is a husband.
والزوج له أن ينظر المرأة إلى زوجته كل شيء.
And the husband is permissible for him to look at his wife, his woman, in everything.
والله يقول في كتابه
And Allah says in his book,
في وصف عباده المؤمنين
in describing his his servants of the mu'mineen,
والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون.
in the translation, and those to their private parts are protecting.
حافظون يعني ماذا؟
They're protecting what?
يعني من أن يراها من لا يحق له أن يراها.
They're protecting it from it being seen by those who don't have the right to see them.
وأن يحفظ فروجهم من استعمالها فيما حرم الله.
And they're also protecting their private parts from being used in that which Allah had made haram.
قال والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم.
So he says that those to whom their private parts they protect except on their azwaj or their spouses.
أو ما ملكت أيمانهم.
Or that which
يعني أن تكون مملوكة عنده أما مملوكة عنده فهذه يستمتع بها كما يستمتع مع زوجته.
Or that which their right hand possesses, meaning that he has a servant girl that is property of his. So if it's property of his, then he can take enjoyment with her in the way that he wills,
من غير عقد زواج.
without making a contract of marriage.
لو عقد عليها زواجا
If he made the contract of marriage upon her,
صارت زوجة.
she would have became a wife.
رب العالمين فرق بين الزوجة وبين ملك اليمين.
So the Lord of everything that exists, he separated and differentiated between the wife and between that which your right hand possesses.
فقال إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم.
So he said, except upon your spouses or wives or that which your right hands possess.
يقول الله فإنهم غير ملومين لا لوم عليهم لا أحد يلومهم.
So Allah says, the translation is, so then these individuals are not blameworthy, meaning there's no blame upon them, no one will blame them.
غير ملومين يعني إذا استمتعوا بأزواجهم أو بما ملكت أيمانهم.
They're blameless, meaning that they're blameless if they have in this enjoyment with their spouses or with that which their right hands possess.
فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك يعني طلب ما وراء الزوجة وملك اليمين فأولئك هم العادون يعني الذين تعدوا على حدود الله وشرعه.
So if they seek that which is after that, meaning if they search out for that which is after or past the boundary set in the wife and which your right hand possesses, then these individuals are the transgressors, meaning they have transgressed the boundaries that Allah has laid down for them.
وفي الحديث قيل للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يا رسول الله عوراتنا ما نأتي منها وما نذر. ما الذي يجوز لنا فيها وما الذي نمنع من ذلك.
And so it came in the hadith that they came to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they said, "O Messenger of Allah, our awrat, what can we take from that and what can we leave?" Meaning that what is it permissible for us to look at and what is it necessary that we not look at from each other.
فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم احفظ عورتك إلا من زوجك أو ما ملكت يمينك.
And so the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, guard your awra except from your wife and that which your right hand possesses.
فقال يا رسول الله أرأيت إن كان الناس بعضهم ببعض يعني مكان مزدحم جدا.
So it said to him, O Messenger of Allah, do you see that the people were crowded up, some of them with others, if the place was very crowded, for example?
يعني ربما لا يتمكن الإنسان عند قضاء حاجته أن يستر نفسه من شدة الزحام.
Meaning that maybe an individual might not be able to completely cover himself, for example, during using the restroom due to the severity of the crowdedness.
فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إن استطعت أن لا يرى أحد عورتك فلا يراها.
And so he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you're able to not let anybody see your awra, then don't let anybody see it.
قال يا رسول الله رأيت إن كان أحدنا خاليا يعني في مكان وحده ما عنده أحد يكشف عورته.
And so they said, O Messenger of Allah, don't you see that if some of us, what did you think about if some of us were alone, completely alone in a place, i.e. that no one else was around?
فقال الله أحق أن يستحيا منه.
And so he said that Allah has more right that people take shyness in regards to him.
فالإنسان ولو كان في مكان خالي في حجرة مغلقة.
So an individual, even if he was in a place that he's alone there, like in a room that's closed off,
ليس عنده أحد.
nobody is there with him.
أو ليس عنده إلا زوجته.
Or there's no one there with him except his wife.
والمرأة ليس لها عندها إلا زوجها.
And the wife or the woman, there's no one there with her except her husband.
فهل يستحب أن يستر نفسه وأن لا يبقى عريان ولا لا يستحب ولا يستحب؟
In this situation, is it mustahab that they cover themselves or that they can go around completely naked? Is this mustahab or not?
ما رأيكم؟
What's your opinion?
الآن قلت أنا معلومة قبل قليل.
He said, I just said a piece of information just a second ago.
الله حق أن يستحيا منه.
Allah is more right that you be shy of him.
إذا ما كان في حاجة لكشف العورة فلا تكشف العورة.
So if you don't have any need to uncover your private area, then don't uncover your private area.
حتى لو كنت خاليا.
Even if you were alone.
حتى لو كنت خاليا.
Even if you were alone.
لماذا؟
Why?
حياء من الله عز وجل.
Out of shyness from Allah Azza wa Jal.
هذا السبب الأول الذي نقول يستحب للمسلم وللمسلمة أن يستر من عورته حتى لو كان خاليا.
This is the first reason why we say that it's necessary for suitable for the Muslim and the Muslimah that they cover their awrah even if they were by themselves.
ما هو السبب الأول؟
What's the first reason?
حياء من الله عز وجل.
Shyness from Allah Azza wa Jal.
الأمر الثاني.
The second affair.
قد يحتاج الإنسان لخروج مفاجئ.
Yani a person might need to go out all of a sudden.
ممكن هذا وليس ممكن.
Is this possible or is it not possible?
ممكن يكون عريانا وهو نائم مثلا.
He might be naked, for example, and then it's there, for example.
فيحصل أمر.
While he sleep.
عاريا sleep أو sleep. المهم ربما يأتيه أمر طارئ فيضطر إلى الخروج.
And then something, an emergency might come out and he'd be forced to leave.
كما لو مثلا اشتعل حريق.
So for example, if a fire set ablaze,
فهو إما أن يحترق.
so he'll either need to now get burned,
وإما أن يذهب يلبس.
or he'll need to go and dress himself.
إذا كان عاريا.
If he was naked.
لكن لو كان ساترا عورته.
But if he was covering his awrah.
احتمال لوجود طارئ فيخرج.
Out of the possibility that an emergent would come up and he would be able to leave in a hurry.
وإلا على الأقل إيش كان لا ساترا عورته.
And then in this situation, at least he would have been covering his awrah.
خير له من أن يخرج عاريا.
It's better for him that if he was. This is better than if he were to go out naked.
وربما أتته المنية مات وهو عاريا.
And maybe his time might come. He might die while he's naked.
فيدخلون عليه حتى يحملوه وإلا به عاريا.
So they enter upon him in order to carry him away, and there he goes. Now he's naked.
والوفاة الموت أمر طارئ.
And death, passing away is in a situation that comes up all of a sudden.
الأمر الرابع.
The fourth situation.
أن الإنسان يستر عورته حتى لا يراه الجن.
Is that a person cover his awrah in order that the jinn not see him.
فالجن خلق موجود.
So the jinn are a creation that exists.
حتى قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
To the extent that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said.
ستر بين عورات بني آدم وعين الجن قول بسم الله.
The covering between the awrat of the children of Adam and the eyes of the jinn is the statement Bismillah.
معنى هذا أن الجن يرون.
So the meaning of this is that the jinn can see.
وبعض النساء.
And some women.
ربما بقيت عارية.
They will remain naked.
فطمع بها بعض الجن فصرعها.
So some jinns will start to desire her and then they'll overtake her and possess her.
وقد يكون هناك بعض الرجال أيضا يبقى عاريا فتصرعه جنية.
And there might also be some men who remain naked and so a female jinn might come and possess them.
لهذه الأسباب.
For these reasons.
نقول يستحب في حق المسلم ألا يبقى عريانا بلا حاجة.
We say is that it's mustahab for a Muslim that he not remain naked.
هذا إذا كان خاليا وحده أو فقط هو وزوجته.
So this is in regards if he was alone by himself or just him and his wife.
أما إذا كان هناك أناس ينظر إليه ويسكن معه فهذا محرم أن يبقى عاريا.
So, but as far as if he was around other individuals who might live with him, in this situation it's haram for him to remain naked.
استثنى الله عز وجل المرأة.
Allah made an exception for the woman.
ألا تتستر أمام زوجها.
That she doesn't have to cover herself around her husband.
فقال إلا لبعولتهن.
And so he said except to their bu'ula.
ثم قال أو آبائهن.
And then he,
فالمرأة لا يجب عليها أن تتستر أمام والدها.
And then he said or their father. So the woman is not necessary that she cover herself around her father.
لكن يحرم عليها أن تتعرى أمامه لأنه والدها.
But it's haram for her to expose herself around him or be naked around him because he's her father.
يعني هي لا تتحجب الحجاب الكامل أمام والدها.
Meaning that she doesn't have to wear the complete hijab around her father.
لكن لا يعني هذا أنها تتعرى أمام والدها.
But this doesn't mean that she can expose herself or be naked around her father.
لا سيما في هذا الزمن.
Especially in this time.
الذي ضعف فيه الدين.
The time when religion has become weak.
بل كثير من الناس بلا دين.
And so many you find people without religion at all.
انتشرت الفواحش.
And indecency has spread.
وكثر شرب الخمر.
And drinking of alcohol has become prevalent.
فتعري الفتاة أو المرأة أمام والدها في هذا خطر.
So exposing of a young girl or being naked of a young girl around her parent or father, this has some danger in it.
وأشد من ذلك إذا تعرت أمام أخيها.
And even worse than that is if you was to expose her, be naked around her brother.
فقد يكون أخوها مراهقا.
So her brother might be a person who's reached the age of close to puberty.
وقد يكون ضعيف الدين أو بلا دين.
Or he might be a person that is weak in his religion or without religion at all.
وقد يكون سكرانا أو من يتعاطى المخدرات.
And he might be intoxicated, he might be drunk or from the individuals that go and take intoxicants and drugs.
فإذا أخته تعرت أمامه في هذا خطر كبير.
So if his sister was to expose and be naked around him, then this is a great danger.
إذن لا يلزم أن تتحجب الحجاب الكامل أمام أبيها.
So therefore, it's not necessary that she wear the complete hijab around her father.
أيضا قال أو آباء بعولتهن يعني آباء الأزواج.
And then he said also all the fathers of their bu'ud, and he says or the fathers of their husbands.
بمجرد أن الرجل يعقد على المرأة.
He said just by the simple fact that a man makes a contract upon a woman,
حتى لو قبل أن يدخل عليها.
even if this was before he had intercourse with her,
صارت حراما على والده والد الزوج.
she now becomes haram upon the father or his father, i.e. the father of the husband.
لو عقد عليها.
If he made the contract upon her,
وبعد ساعة.
and after 1 hour,
طلقها.
he divorced her.
هل يجوز لوالد زوجها أن يتزوجها؟
Is it permissible for the father of her husband to now marry her?
إذا دخل عليها في هذه الساعة.
If he entered upon her in this hour,
فلا يجوز لوالد الزوج أن يتزوجها.
then it's not permissible for the father of the husband to marry her.
فإذا لم يدخل عليها.
But if he did enter upon her
خلال هذه الساعة.
in the midst of this hour,
أيضا لا يجوز لوالد الزوج أن يتزوج طليقة ابنه.
it's still not permissible for the father of the parent the father of the husband that he married the woman of his son that divorced her.
إذا عقد الابن على امرأة.
So if the son makes a contract upon a woman or a young girl,
ففرح بهذا عقد الزواج فرحا شديدا.
and so he is excited with this contract that he made of marriage, he's extremely happy.
من شدة الفرح مات.
And due to how happy he was, he died.
هل والد الزوج له أن يتزوجها؟
Is the father of this husband, is it now can he marry this girl?
زوجة ابنه؟
Yani the wife of his son?
لا يجوز.
It's not permissible.
فربما إذا تزوج يموت هو الآخر.
He said, because maybe if he married, he died too.
طيب عرفنا هذا الآن؟
You all understand this now?
أو أبنائهن.
He said, or their sons.
هذا واضح. أو أبناء بعولتهن.
He said, that's clear. And then he said, or the sons of their bu'ula or their spouses.
أبناء الأزواج البعولة الأزواج يعني من زوجة أخرى.
He said the sons of this husband, or meaning from this, from the sons of this husband, mean that he had from another marriage.
لو كان منها لكان ابنها.
If it was from her, it would have been her son.
لكن هو ابن زوجها يعني من زوجة أخرى.
Meaning it's the son of her husband, meaning from a different wife.
سواء هذا كان من زوجة قبلها أو بعدها. ابن الزوج من محارم المرأة.
He said regardless if this child was from a wife that was before her or after her, the son of the husband is haram upon the woman.
أو إخوانهن.
And then he said, or their brothers.
يشمل الإخوان إذا كان شقيقا وهو الشقيق والأخ من الأب والأم.
And he said the brother includes the brother that's shaqiq. And shaqiq means that the brother comes from the same mother and father.
أو أخ لأب.
Or that it was a brother from just the father's side.
من أخرى.
From another mother.
أو أخ لأم.
Or the brother from a mother.
من أب آخر.
From another father.
أو أخ من الرضاعة.
Or the brother from breastfeeding.
إما أن يكون هذا رضع من والد هذه المرأة من والدة هذه المرأة.
Either that this individual drank the milk of the mother of this individual, a woman.
أو هذه المرأة رضعت من والد ذلك الرجل.
Or that this woman drank the milk of the mother of that man.
أو امرأة أخرى أرضعت اثنين لا هي هذا ولا هذه.
Or it was another woman that breastfed the both of them. She wasn't the mother of this one or the mother of that one.
فسيكون حينئذ أخوة من الرضاعة.
So in this situation they would be siblings from breastfeeding.
أو يكون رضع أحدهما من زوجة أب الثاني.
Or one of the two of them would have drunk the breast milk of the زوج أب الثاني.
طيب يعني رجل عنده زوجتان.
Meaning a man had two wives.
إحدى الزوجتين أرضعت صبيا.
One of the two wives breastfed a young child.
فهل هو أخ من الرضاعة لأبناء الزوجة الثانية ليس التي أرضعته؟ الزوجة الثانية لنفس الرجل.
He said, so this young man that drank the breast milk, is he the brother from breastfeeding for the children of the second wife of this man that didn't breastfeed them?
أعيد الكلام مرة أخرى.
I'm going to repeat it again one more time.
رجل اسمه سالم.
Salim,
وعنده زوجتان.
he got two wives.
واحدة اسمها سارة.
He got Sarah,
واحدة اسمها مريم.
and the other one is Maryam.
سارة هذه رضعت صبيا اسمه معاوية.
So Sarah here breastfed a young child, his name was Muawiyah.
فمعاوية ابن سارة من الرضاعة.
So Muawiyah is the son of Sarah from breastfeeding.
هذه الزوجة الثانية التي اسمها مريم.
So the second wife that we named Maryam,
لها بنت اسمها فاطمة.
she got a daughter named Fatima.
فهل معاوية أخ لفاطمة من الرضاعة؟
So is Muawiyah the brother of Fatima due to breastfeeding?
أو معاوية أخ لأبناء سارة فقط من الرضاعة؟
Or is Muawiyah only the brother of the children of Sarah, the one who breastfed?
الجواب الأول أو الثاني؟
Is the answer the first one or the second one?
She's going to be the sister to the children of Saalim.
Just so. He said فقط أخ لأبناء سارة.
يقول هو فقط يكون أخ لأبناء وبنات سارة.
So he says he's only the brother for the sons and daughter of the first wife that breastfed himself.
وليس أخ لأبناء وبنات مريم.
And you're saying that he's not going to be the brother of the sons and the daughters of the woman Maryam.
هكذا؟ هل توافقونه؟ هل أحد منكم يخالفه؟
He said, do you all agree with him, or does anybody here that disagrees with him?
تخالفه؟
أخالف نعم.
تخالفه. مصطفى توافقه. توافقه. عقيل توافقه. داود
You agree, disagree?
الله أعلم. أبو قادر توافقه. رشيد توافقه. هشام الله أعلم. ساجد
الثاني جواب الثاني.
تخالفه يعني.
جواب الثاني.
جواب الثاني. ما اسمك؟
زفر.
نفر؟
زفر.
زفر.
توافقه.
توافقه. لا قل عن نفسي قل أوافقه. أنا توافقه. أنا المتكلم أوافقه. طيب. من يخالفه؟ تخالفه يا شيخ. تخالف. نعم هذا هو الجواب الصحيح. هذا هو الجواب الصحيح.
He said this is the correct answer.
فمعاوية
So Muawiyah
سيكون أخ
will be a brother
لأبناء سارة
to the children of Sarah
ولأبناء مريم.
and to the children of Maryam.
لماذا؟
Why?
واي. لأن هذه المرأة
Because this woman,
لا يكون فيها لبن حليب
she wouldn't have got this milk
إلا إذا تزوجها الرجل.
unless this man married her.
أنت لو تزوجت امرأة بكرا لم تتزوج من قبل
If you were to marry a virgin, a woman who never married before,
فلن تجد فيها حليبا.
you won't find any milk inside of her.
فإذا أنت تزوجتها
So when you marry her
وحملت منك
and she gets pregnant from you
وولدت
and she gives birth,
صار فيها حليب.
she now has milk inside her.
لولا زواجك واتصالك بها وحملت منك
If it wasn't for your marriage of her and you connecting with her and she getting pregnant from you,
ما نزل منها حليب.
she wouldn't have produced any milk.
فلذلك يسمى هذا الحليب
So for that reason, this milk is called
حليب الفحل، حليب الزوجة الذي اتصل بها.
the milk of the bull, if you will, or the husband that and he basically had relations with her.
فحينئذ يقال
So in this situation, it's now to be said, Muawiyah
أخ
is a brother
لأولاد سارة
to the children of Sarah
من الرضاعة
from that she breastfed them directly
من الأم والأب.
from the mother and the father.
ومعاوية
And Muawiyah
أخ لأبناء مريم
is the brother to the children of Maryam
من الرضاعة
from the breastfeeding
من الأب فقط.
from the father's side only.
فهو أخ لجميع أبناء هذا الرجل
So he's a brother or a sibling to all of the children of this man.
من زوجة الأولى أو الثانية أو الثالثة أو الرابعة.
From the first wife, second, third, or fourth.
لأن الزوج سبب لحمل المرأة.
Because the husband is the reason why the woman got pregnant.
لو بقيت المرأة بلا حمل
If the woman went and didn't get pregnant,
ما فيها حليب.
she wouldn't have had any milk.
ليس كذلك؟
Isn't it not like that?
فيقال هو حليب الفحل.
So it's said that this is the halib or the milk of the fahal.
الآن السؤال من جديد.
So now I'm going to ask the question anew.
هل سيكون معاوية أخ لأبناء سارة وأبناء مريم أم فقط أبناء سارة؟
And will Muawiyah be the brother of the children of Sarah just as the children of Maryam, or will he just be the brother of the children of Maryam only?
أبو معاوية. ها؟
I'm still
لن يتبين
لم تفهم كلامي؟ قل لم تفهم
Do you not hear his? Do you not understand what he's saying?
I'm saying the woman who breastfed him, that's his
لا
wife.
أنت فهمت كلامي؟ فهمت كلامي؟
Say,
The woman is.
أنا أسألك سؤال، هل فهمت كلامي؟
do you understand what he said?
Yeah.
طيب إذا فهمت كلامي أم معاوية زوجتك لم يكن فيها حليب.
He said, so Muawiyah, your wife, she didn't have any milk.
لما تزوجتها
When you married her
وحملت
and she got pregnant
وولدت معاوية
and she gave birth to Muawiyah,
صار فيها حليب.
she now got milk.
لو أنت لم تتزوجها
If you didn't marry her
ولم تحمل
and she didn't get pregnant,
لن يكن فيها حليب.
she wouldn't have had any milk.
فأنت سبب الحليب.
So you're the reason of the milk.
إذا كنت غير مقتنع
If you're not convinced,
فهل يقال
then should we now say
أن معاوية
that Muawiyah
ابن الأم
is just the child of the mother
وليس ابنا للأب؟
and not the father of the, and not the child of the father?
هل يقال ذلك؟
I understand.
هل يقال ذلك؟
Can we say that?
لا يقال ذلك.
Nobody will say that.
لو قلت الأم هي التي حملت
If you was to say the mother is the one that got pregnant,
فكيف تكون أنت ابنا لها؟ فكيف يكون معاوية ابنا لك؟
so how can Muawiyah be a child of yours?
ستقول
They'll say to you,
معاوية تخلق
Muawiyah was created
من الأب والأم.
from the mother and the father.
ليس الأم حملت فيه.
It wasn't the mother just got pregnant by herself.
هذا معاوية ليس عيسى بن مريم.
This is Muawiyah, not Isa the son of Maryam.
عيسى بن مريم عليه السلام
Isa the son of Maryam alayhi salam,
له أم وليس له أب.
he had a mother but he didn't have a father.
لكن معاوية
But Muawiyah,
له أب وله أم.
he has a mother and a father.
هل سيخرج معاوية من أم دون الأب؟
Will Muawiyah come from a mother without a father?
أو أنه سيتخلق
Or will he be made
من الأب والأم؟
from the father and the mother?
كذلك الحليب الذي في هذه المرأة
Likewise, the milk that is inside of this woman,
تخلق
it was made or created
من الزوج ومن الزوجة.
from the husband as well as the wife.
فالحليب هذا
So this milk,
لم يكن من المرأة وحدها،
it didn't come from the woman just by herself.
إنما من الزوج ومنها.
Instead, it was from the zoj or the husband and from her.
كما أن الولد نفسه معاوية
Just like the child himself, Muawiyah,
لم يتخلق من أم معاوية وحدها،
he wasn't created from just Muawiyah by herself.
بل هو من أبي معاوية ومن أم معاوية فصار معاوية.
Instead, he was from the father of Muawiyah and the mother of Muawiyah, so he became Muawiyah.
والحليب
And the milk
الذي في أم معاوية
that's in Muawiyah,
ليس منها وحدها،
it's not from her by herself.
بدليل
With the evidence,
قبل أن تتزوجها
before you married her,
ما كان فيها حليب،
she didn't have any milk.
ولما تزوجتها
So when you married her,
صار فيها ولد
she got a child inside
وصار
her,
فيها حليب.
and then she got milk inside her.
فإذا جاء صبي
So if another young man came
ورضع من أم معاوية
and breastfed from the mother of Muawiyah,
فسيشرب الحليب
then he'll drink the milk
الذي تخلق
that was made from
من أبي معاوية ومن أم معاوية.
Abi Muawiyah and Muawiyah.
هل ما زلت مشوشا؟
Is it still confusing?
Yeah, I understand now, but originally I thought he said that Ibn Sarah drunk from another woman.
هو قال أن هو ظن في البداية أن ابن سارة رضع من امرأة آخر.
ليس من الزوج
ليس
من
من-
زوجة الزوج.
أنا قلت الزوج له زوجتان سارة ومريم. قلت زوج له زوجتان اسمه سالم له زوجتان. أنا قلت هذا. قل له.
He said, I said there was a man named Saalim, and I said he had two wives, Sarah and Maryam. This is what I said.
وهذا معاوية رضع من سارة.
And this Muawiyah breastfed from Salim,
التي زوجها سالم.
the one that her husband is Salim.
وله زوجة أخرى اسمها مريم.
And he got another wife, her name is Maryam,
ولها أبناء
and she has children
من سالم.
from Salim.
فهل معاوية أخ لأبناء سارة ومريم؟
So is Muawiyah the brother for the children of Sarah and Maryam?
أو ابن لأبناء سارة فقط؟
Or is he just the brother for the children of Sarah faqat?
ابنها من الرضاعة وأخ لأبنائها
meaning
وبناتها.
her brother from her son from the breastfeeding, and a brother to her children.
الجواب
The answer is
هو أخ من الرضاعة
he is a brother from breastfeeding
لأبناء وبنات سارة
for the children and the sons and the daughters of Salah,
شقيق
and by both parents,
من الأم والأب.
from the mother and the father.
وهو أخ لأبناء وبنات مريم
And he is the brother of the children, the sons and daughters of Maryam,
لأب من الرضاعة.
just from the father, from the breastfeeding.
سؤال:
Question now.
لو أن مريم
If Maryam,
عندها بنت من زوج قبل سالم، كانت متزوجة ومطلقة،
she had a child from a husband before Salim. She used to be married and she got divorced.
هذه البنت التي هي بنت مريم من زوج سابق
This daughter, that is the daughter of Maryam from her previous husband,
اسمها هند.
her name is Hind.
طيب. وفي صبي اسمه معاوية،
And we got Muawiyah, a young man named Muawiyah.
أرضعته سارة زوجة سالم.
Salah, the wife of Salim, breastfed him.
فهل معاوية يكون أخ لهند بنت مريم من زوجها السابق الذي اسمه أحمد؟
So will Muawiyah be a brother for Hind, who was the daughter of the other previous husband whose name was Ahmed?
أبو سليم يقول لا.
لا.
Abu Sulaim says no.
I'm sure. Yeah, إن شاء الله.
نعم. لأن لم ترضعه مريم.
Because Maryam didn't breastfeed him.
وتلك الفتاة اللي اسمها هند ليست هي من حليب، لم ترضع من حليب سالم.
And this young girl whose name is Hind, she didn't get breastfed from the milk that was the milk of Salim.
فلا علاقة
So there's no relation
لمعاوية بهند.
between Muawiyah and Hind.
ليست أخته من رضاعة.
He's not her brother for breastfeeding,
لا من الأب
not from the father,
ولا من الأم
nor from the mother,
ولا من الأم والأب.
nor from the mother and the father.
طيب. لو أن معاوية
Now, what if Muawiyah,
أرضع من مريم
it was breastfed from Maryam,
من زوجها الأول أحمد،
from her first husband Ahmed?
فهند تكون
So Hind now
أخته من رضاعة.
will be his sister for breastfeeding.
طيب. هل أبناء سارة زوجة سالم
Now,
يكون أخوة لمعاوية؟
now will the children of Salah be the brothers of Maryam?
لا علاقة.
There's no relation now.
هو ابن مريم
He was the son of Maryam
لأنها رضعته،
because she breastfed him,
وابن أحمد زوج مريم الأول
and he is the son of Ahmed, the first husband of Maryam,
لأنه زوجها،
because he was the one who was married to her,
وأخو هند بنت مريم بنت أحمد زوجها الأول.
and he will be the brother of Hind, the child of the daughter of Ahmed, the other husband.
لكن لا علاقة له بسارة وأبنائها وبناتها.
But there's no connection between him and Salah and the rest of her sons and daughters.
يشترط في هذه الرضاعة
It's a condition in this breastfeeding
أن تكون 5 رضعات،
that you have to do it. It has to be 5 breastfeedings,
وأن تكون في الحولين في أول 2 من عمر الطفل،
and it has to occur in the first 2 years of the child's life.
فيكون حينئذ ابن من الرضاعة
So in this situation, this is how he becomes a child of breastfeeding.
للمرأة التي أرضعته 5 رضعات فصاعدا،
For the woman who breastfed him 5 breastfeedings or more
وفي خلال السنتين،
in the midst of these 2 years,
ويكون ابن للزوج المرأة
and it will be a child to the husband of the woman,
التي أرضعته،
the one who breastfed him,
ويكون أخا
and he will be a brother
لأبناء وبنات
to the children, the sons and daughters
الزوجة التي أرضعته
of the woman who breastfed him and her husband.
سواء أبناء وبنات هذه الزوجة من الزوج نفسه أو من زوج آخر.
Regardless if the children, the sons and daughters of this wife was from that husband or a different husband,
ويكون ابن للزوج
and it will be a child to the husband,
أي زوج المرأة التي أرضعته،
meaning what husband? The husband of the woman who breastfed him,
ويكون أخا لأبناء الزوج
and it will be a brother to the children of that husband
وبنات الزوج
and the sons of that husband and his daughters
من الزوجة التي أرضعته سارة
from the children that he had with Salah
ومن بقية أبناء وبنات من زوجات أخرى.
and from the rest of his sons and daughters from other wives.
كم رضعة؟
How many times did he have to breastfeed?
5 رضعات.
5 breastfeedings.
وفي أي وقت
And And at any time,
في الحولين في أول سنتين من عمره.
meaning in the first 2 years of his life.
طيب الآن سأسألكم سؤالا.
So now I'm going to ask you all a question.
هل يمكن أن تجد
Is it possible that you can find
طفلا
a child,
له أب من الرضاعة وليس له أم من الرضاعة؟
he has a father from Radha and he doesn't have an from Radha?
ممكن؟ كيف؟ يعني الأب هو اللي يرضع ما في حاجة الأب.
He said how? The husband breastfed him, the husband doesn't have any milk inside.
طيب زوجة الأب صارت أمه من الرضاعة.
He said therefore the wife of the husband is not his mother from Radha.
أنا أقول لك إيش له أب من الرضاعة وليس له أم من الرضاعة.
I said to you what? He has a father from breastfeeding, but he doesn't have a mother from breastfeeding.
هذا ما تجدون الجواب ولا في أمريكا.
He said you won't find an answer even in America.
طيب الجواب سهل جدا.
The answer is very easy.
هذا الصبي اسمه معاوية.
This child, his name is Muawiyah.
رضع من زوجة اسمها سارة.
He breastfed from a wife, or her name was Sālim.
3 رضعات.
3 breastfeedings.
ورضع من زوجة سالم الثانية مريم.
And he breastfed from the second wife of Sālim, whose name was Maryam,
رضعتين.
2 breastfeedings.
فكم رضع الآن؟
How many breastfeedings now did
5
Muawiyah
رضعات.
have? He had 5 breastfeedings
من زوجتين لسالم.
from the 2 wives of Sālim.
صار معاوية
So Muawiyah now
ابن لسالم من الرضاعة.
is the son of Sālim from Radha,
لكن ليس ابنا لسارة من الرضاعة.
but is not the child of Sālim from Radha,
لأن ما رضعته إلا 3 رضعات.
because she only breastfed him 3 breastfeedings.
ولا ابن لمريم.
Nor is he the child of Maryam,
لأن ما رضع منها إلا رضعتين.
because he only breastfed from her 2 times.
فصار معاوية له أب من الرضاعة.
So Muawiyah now became the child of Sālim from Radha.
وليس له أم الرضاعة.
I'm sorry, now has a father from breastfeeding, but he doesn't have any mother from breastfeeding.
هل تجد هذا الجواب في أمريكا؟
Could y'all find this answer in America?
لا تجدونه. طيب الآن نقول أو إخوانهن سواء كان الأخ هذا شقيق أو لأب أو لأم أو من الرضاعة.
So now we say the brother, regardless if this brother was from both parents or from the father or from the mother or from breastfeeding.
طيب هل تتستر عن أخيها في الله؟
Does she have to cover herself from her brother in the religion, her brother in the law side?
الله عز يقول إنما المؤمنون إخوة.
Allah Azza wa Jalla says, the translation of that, the mu'minun are ikhwa.
فأخوها في الله
So that's her brother in Allah.
ستر عنهم.
That she got to cover from him?
يعني إذا ذهبت الحج كلهم مسلمون ما شاء الله 3 مليون تتستر عنهم ولا إخوانها في الله؟
She said they go to Hajj and the Muslims 3 million, all of them are Muslims, alhamdulillah. And so all of them are her brothers in Allah.
أخت لهم ولا لا؟ هي أخت لهم.
Oh, is she his sister to them or not?
تتستر عنهم لا؟
Does she got to cover from them or not?
كيف تتستر عنهم؟ الله يقول أو إخوانهم.
How does she got to cover from them or Allah? And Allah said, or her brothers.
نقول إخوة في الله.
We say that brothers in the sight of Allah
ليسوا محارم لها.
are not maharam for her.
بدليل.
With the evidence of what?
أنهم يتزوجونها.
The fact that they can marry her.
ولا يجوز الآخر يتزوج أخته.
And it's not permissible for a brother to marry a sister.
فعلم بذلك.
So it's now known by way of this
أن الأخوة
that the brotherhood
التي تحرم
that makes things haram,
إما أخوة النسب.
it's either the brotherhood of the offspring,
يعني الأخ الشقيق أو لأب أو لأم.
meaning that the brother is from the same 2 parents or the father or the mother,
أو أخوة من الرضاعة.
or it's the brotherhood of breastfeeding,
لا أخوة في الدين.
not the brotherhood in religion.
طيب أو بني أخواتهن يعني هي تكون خالة لهؤلاء.
And then he says, or the sons of her sisters, meaning that, or the sons of her brother, meaning that she will be a maternal aunt to them.
فهم أبناء أخواتها فهي خالة لهم.
So they are the children of her sisters and brothers, so she will be a maternal aunt to them.
قبلها أو بني إخوانهن.
Or before
يعني
that,
هي تكون عمة لهم.
or as before that, we talked about the sons of her brother, so she would be a paternal aunt to them.
أو بني أخواتهن هي تكون خالة لهم.
Or the sons of her sisters, so she would be a maternal aunt to them.
أو نسائهن يعني النساء لا يجب عليها أن تتحجب عن النساء.
Or their women, and meaning and around other women, it's not necessary that they wear the hijab.
بعض العلم قال أو نسائهن يعني المسلمات.
Some of the people of knowledge say their women here means the Muslims.
فقال يجب على المرأة أن تتستر عن المرأة الكافرة.
So they say it's obligatory upon the woman to veil herself around the woman who's a kafir.
لأن الله قال أو نسائهن ولم يقل أو النساء، قال أو نسائهن.
Because Allah Azza wa Jalla, He said on their women, He didn't just say on women.
وبعض العلم قال لا، المرأة لا يجب عليها أن تتحجب أمام النساء ولو كن كافرات.
And some of the people of knowledge, they say no, the woman doesn't. It's not necessary that she wear hijab around the other women, even if they're kafira.
لكن الله قال أو نسائهن.
But Allah Azza wa Jalla said, or their women.
هذا اللفظ حتى يوافق الألفاظ الواردة في الآية.
So this wordage, in order so it could be, this wordage was brought in order to correspond to the other words in the ayah.
لكن إذا كانت هذه المرأة
But if this woman,
إذا تكشفت أمامها المرأة
if she was to uncover herself around a woman,
ونظرت إليها وذهبت تصفها للرجال
and then that woman would look at her and then go describe her to the men,
وجب عليها أن تتستر عنها
then it's necessary that she cover herself around this woman,
حتى لو كانت مسلمة.
even if this woman was a Muslimah.
ثم قال جل وعلا أو ما ملكت أيمانهن.
And then Jalla wa Ala, He says, or that which their right hands possess.
يعني المرأة لا يجب عليها أن تتحجب عن مملوك هو مملوك لها هي تملكه.
He says, therefore, a woman does not necessary that she cover herself on the property that she owns.
لكن هل يجوز أن يعاشرها هذا المملوك الذي يملكها؟
But is it permissible for this property that she owns to live with her?
يجوز أو لا يجوز؟
Is it permissible or not permissible?
يجوز للرجل أن يستمتع بمملوكته.
It's permissible for a man to take enjoyment, and we'll say sexually, from his property.
وهل يجوز العكس؟
But is the opposite of permissible?
أن المرأة تستمتع مع مملوكها.
That a woman can take sexual enjoyment from her property?
سعيد قال في البداية نعم ثم قال لا وهو خائف يقول نعم.
لا أنا ظنيت يعني المملوك الرجل إذا ملك.
نتكلم عن النساء.
نعم.
هل يجوز للمرأة أن تستمتع مع مملوكها كما تستمتع مع زوجها؟
Is it permissible for a woman to take the enjoyment from her property the same way that she gets enjoyment from her husband?
أول شيء نذكركم.
The first thing I've reminded you,
الرجل
the man,
يستمتع بزوجته.
he can take enjoyment or sexual enjoyment from his wife,
وتحمل منه وأولادها أولاد له.
and she can get pregnant from him, and her children become his or now his children.
ويستمتع بمملوكته.
And he can take sexual enjoyment from his property
التي اشتراها بماله مثلا.
that he bought it with his money, for example.
أو صارت من نصيبه مثلا في الحرب قتال فصارت من نصيبه جارية.
Or it was from his portion, for example, during the wars that he got in his portion that he get after the war, a slave girl.
يستمتع بها تماما كما يستمتع بزوجته.
So he can take the same sexual enjoyment completely that he takes from his wife.
وإذا أنجبت أولاد فهم أولاد له.
And if she has children from him, then they are his children.
وهذا في القرآن. ويقول إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم.
And this is in the Quran. Allah says the translation of which is except with their spouses, their wives, or that which their right hands possess.
فإنهم غير ملومين لا لوم عليهم.
Then these ones are blameless, meaning there's no blame upon them.
هل الرجل إذا استمتع بزوجته عليه لوم؟
So if man, if he has sexual relations with his wife, is he blamed at this time?
عليه اسم؟
Does he get any sin for that?
بالعكس له أجر.
Instead, it's the opposite. He gets a reward.
طيب الآن السؤال من جديد.
So now the question anew:
هل المرأة إذا كان عندها مملوك تملكه
if the woman has property that she owns,
هل تستمتع معه كما تستمتع مع زوجها؟
can she take the sexual enjoyment from him the same way she takes it from her husband?
لا.
لا نعم الله أعلم.
La, naam, or Allah knows best.
Yes no الله أعلم. ها
لا.
أبو ماحي يقول لا. توافقونه؟
لا.
هل تخالفونه؟
Anybody disagree with him?
هل منكم يقول الله أعلم؟
Anybody says Allah knows best?
Of course الله أعلم.
He says, of course, Allah knows best.
لكن حسب علمكم توافقونه أو تخالفونه؟
But based on what you know, do you agree with him or disagree with him?
يوافق.
توافقونه. نعم. المرأة لا يجوز لها أن تستمتع مع مملوكها.
He says, yes, the woman is not permissible for her to take sexual enjoyment from her property.
لو فرضنا لها زوج
Let's say, for instance, she had a husband,
واستمتعت مع مملوكها
and he took sexual enjoyment from her property.
وحملت
And she took sexual enjoyment from her property and got pregnant.
وحملت.
And then she got pregnant.
هذا الحمل هو للزوج ولا للمملوك؟
This child now, is it this pregnancy, is it from the husband or is it from the property?
نذهب المستشفى نعمل فحص.
He said we'll go to the mustashfa and we'll do an examination.
ما رأيكم؟
What's your opinion?
لا يجوز هذا.
It's not okay.
ولذلك رب العالمين
And for that reason, the Lord of everything that exists
أباح التعدد للرجال
had made it permissible for men to have more than one,
ولم يبح التعدد للنساء.
when He didn't make polygamy permissible for the women.
وقد علمنا أن الإسلام جاء المحافظة على الكليات الخمس.
And we know that Islam came to protect the 5 kulliyat.
فلو أن المرأة تتزوج أكثر من رجل في لحظة واحدة
So if the woman could marry more than one husband at one time,
لاختلطت الأعراض.
then the honors and the lineages would have gotten mixed up.
هكذا كان يفعل الجاهليون.
This is how the people of pre-Islamic ignorance used to do.
فأما الإسلام فحرم هذا.
But as far as Islam, then it made this haram.
طيب. أو ما ملك الإمام. لكن هل أمام ملك اليمين المرأة تتكشف كما تتكشف أمام أخيها وأمام أبيها؟
But now the woman in front of her property that she owns, can she uncover herself the same way she uncovers herself around her father or things like that?
نعم هذه الآية أمامها قال أو ملكت أيمانهم.
He says yes, the ayah right in front of us says or that which their right hands possess.
قال أو التابعين غير أولي الإربة من الرجال. المراد بغير أولي الإربة يعني الرجال اللي يكون لا شهوة لهم.
And he says, or those who follow up behind them that don't have the ability to have sex from the men, meaning the men that don't have any desire.
كيف يعني لا شهوة له؟
How do they not have any desire?
الرجل إذا قطعت أو دقت خصيته تموت شهوته.
The man, if his testicles or his scrotum is cut off or crushed, then he won't have any desire.
هذا يكثر حتى يعني في زمن قريب في أفريقيا.
This is often happening even into a recent time, and for example, like in Africa.
إذا صارت حروب بين قبيلتين أو بين قريتين.
If there becomes wars between 2 tribes or between 2 villages.
هم الأفارقة شديدين في الحروب.
And you know the Africans are very severe in their wars.
فماذا يفعلون؟
So what do?
إذا هجموا على قرية أخرى.
If they attack another village.
ومسكوا أولادهم.
And they take those children from there.
يقتلون الأولاد.
They kill the children.
أو ربما قطعوا الأولاد.
Or maybe they'll castrate or cut these children.
ما يقتلونه.
They won't kill them.
يقطعون يده أو رجله ويتركوه.
Or should I say they just cut their hand or their foot and let them go.
أو ربما مسكوا صبيانهم.
Or maybe they'll take their children.
وقطعوا أما الذكر.
And they'll cut off either their penis.
أو الخصيتين.
Or the scrotum.
أو يدقون الخصيتين.
Or they'll crush the scrotum.
ويتركونه.
And then they'll let them go.
يعني هذا من باب شدة الحرب بينهم.
This is from the aspect of the severity and war between them.
وإذا دقت الخصيتان يقال عنه مخصي في اللغة العربية.
And if the scrotum or the khasyatain are crushed, then they call them the makhsi in Arabic.
هذا الإخصاء يفعل مع الحيوانات.
This ikhsa, this castration is done with even animals.
إذا أرادوا أن يكون يعني الكبش الخروف سمينا.
If they want the ram or for instance something like that to be very big and healthy.
هو في صغره يدقون خصيتين.
So when it's young, they crush its scrotum.
فيأكل ويشرب ويسمن حتى يذبح ويأكل. وهو مخصي.
So it can eat and drink and get big until it's big and it's castrated.
وكذلك يفعلون مع الديك.
And likewise they do with the roosters.
يخصونه.
They castrate them.
فيكون ديكا سمينا.
So it will be a very big rooster.
إذا وجد الإنسان.
If you find a man
مخصي.
that is castrated.
قد يكون إخصاؤه هذا بسبب حادث.
This castration might be due to an accident.
أو بسبب اعتداء من كما ذكرت لكم من حرب.
Or due to a transgression like what I mentioned to you because of war.
قد يكون مقطوع الذكر ويسمى في اللغة العربية مجبوب مقطوع الذكر.
And he might have his penis cut off, and this type of person is called majboob. Majboob.
أو مخصي مدقوق الخصيتين أو مقطوع الخصيتين.
Or makhsi, which is castrated, the 2 testicles, or crushed his 2 testicles.
المهم حينئذ هذا الرجل يكون لا شهوة له.
At the point of reference is that now that this man has no desire.
هذا سابقا.
In the past,
شبه انعدمت هذه الظاهرة.
Is that in this nowadays is mostly like this thing is not occurring anymore.
الناس يتخذون هذا المخصي فيجعلون خادما في البيت.
The people would take this castrated individual and make him a servant in the house.
لماذا؟
Why?
لأنه لا شهوة له. لو دخل عند النساء عند زوجة الرجل يطبخ ولا يكنس ولا ينظف هو لا شهوة له.
Because he doesn't have any desire. So if he entered upon the women when he cooks and he cleans and things like that, he doesn't have any desire.
فهو يكون متابع لأهل البيت.
So he will be like the things that follow up between the people, behind the people of the house.
وليس ابن لهم، هو خادم عندهم.
But he's not a child of theirs, he's a servant of theirs.
هذا المقصود بقوله أو التابعين غير أولي الإربة من الرجال.
And this is what is
يعني الذين لا شهوة لهم لا يشتهون النساء.
And this is what is intended by the statement, or those who follow, or the servants that follow up behind them that don't have the sexual ability from the men.
فهذا هل يجب على المرأة أن تتستر عنه؟
So this person, is it necessary that a woman cover herself in front of him?
لا يجب عليه التستر عنه.
It's not necessary for her to cover herself up in front of him.
أو الطفل الذين لم يظهروا على عورات النساء.
Or the children who have not become yet aware about the private parts of women.
مثل معاوية.
Like Muawiyah.
يأتي هنا مصلى الرجال ويذهب عن مصلى النساء.
He goes to the prayer place of the men and likewise the prayer place of the women.
مسموح له معاوية ذلك؟
Can it allow for Muawiyah to do this?
إذا دخل على النساء هل يتسترن عنه؟
If he enters upon the women, will they cover up in front of him?
لا يستر. فالطفل لا يجب على المرأة أن تتستر عنه.
They won't cover. So the child is not necessary that women cover up in front of him.
حتى يعرف عورات النساء.
Until he becomes aware about the private parts of women.
حتى لو كان قبل البلوغ.
Even if this was before he reaching puberty.
لو كان عمره 10 سنوات 11 سنة.
Let's say he was maybe 10, 11 years old.
وظهر عليه أنه ينظر إلى النساء وينظر إلى صدر هذه وإلى عورة هذه. بدأ يعني يفهم العورة. ربما يفهم عند الرجال يقول فلانة كذا وفلانة كذا. هذا يتستر عنه.
So, now that he's this age, he might start looking at the privates and recognizing the privates, and then he'll know that this is what this is, and then maybe he'll go to the men and say, Fulan is like this and that. And so this type of person, the women have to cover themselves up in front of.
سابقا أهل الكويت.
Before the people of Kuwait,
إذا النساء اختلفن في شخص.
if the women disagreed about somebody,
هل هذا يفهم أو لا يفهم؟
does he understand or not understand?
إذا يفهم حتى إيش؟ خلاص يغلق عنه لا تدخل.
And does he understand so they can do what? Like kick him out and keep him off and lock him out and keep him out and lock the way?
وإذا ما زال طفلا لا يفهم يسمحوا له بالدخول.
And if he's still a child and he doesn't understand it, then allow him to enter upon them.
فإذا حصل خلاف فيه يفهم أو لا يفهم.
So if the disagreement occurred, does he understand? Does he not understand?
يعملون له اختبارا.
They do a test on him.
ما هو الاختبار؟
What's the test?
هم كانوا أهل الكويت يعيشون على البحر على ساحل البحر.
The people of Kuwait, they used to live on the coast of the sea.
فيأتون بمنخال أو بمشخال يعني هو الإناء الذي مفتوح.
So they bring a container.
يضعوا فيه الرز أو شيء إذا غسلوا شيء ينزل الماء من تحت.
They bring a container that's like open at the top so you can put the things in, nothing will fall out from the bottom.
عرفتموه؟
Do you know it?
عرفتم هالإناء المشخال المفتوح من تحت؟
He's مفتوح من تحت. He says.
ليش مفتوح
Like
كامل؟
a net.
Oh, like a net.
They wash the rice so the water.
Oh, like they wash. Okay, yeah, like the thing that they wash the rice in and things like that.
ولا يمسك الماء.
So it doesn't.
يمسك الطعام والرز أو نحو ذلك.
Yeah, it won't hold water, but it'll hold food and rice and things like that. Strainer, yeah.
عرفتم الآن؟
You know it now?
فيعملوا اختبار لهذا الصبي.
So they do a test to this young child.
يقول فلان تعال كمان.
So they say such and such, come on, come here.
يعطونا هذا المشخال.
They give him this strainer.
اذهب بسرعة وأتي بماء من البحر.
They say go ahead quickly and bring us some water from the sea.
إذا بسرعة quick.
Yeah, hurry up, quick.
إذا مسك هذا مسكين يركض يجيب الماء عرف أن هذا ما زال إيش لا يفهم.
So if this poor individual takes and runs to the ocean, the sea to get it out, then they know that this person doesn't understand anything.
لا شو هذا ما يستحق الماء.
He said no, this is not suitable for water. What is this?
قيل إذا لا تدخل مرة أخرى.
Then they said to him, don't come back on us again.
يعني بدأ يفهم.
And then he began to understand.
عرفتم؟
You understand?
طيب الآن هذا معنى إيش؟ الطفل الذين لم يظهروا على عورات النساء.
So this is the meaning of what? The young children who have not become aware about the privates of women.
من بقي لم يذكر في هذه الآية من المحارم؟
Who is remained that hasn't been mentioned in this ayah from the Maḥhad?
الجد.
The grandfather.
لكن الجد يدخل في الأب فإن الجد يسمى أب.
But the grandfather enters upon the same ruling as the father, so the grandfather is called the father.
أيضا الأعمام والأخوال.
Likewise, the paternal and maternal uncles.
ممكن الأخوة من الرضاعة يدخلون في قوله أو إخوانهم.
Maybe the brothers from breastfeeding can be included in the statement, or their brothers.
طيب هل مع من هؤلاء ابن العم؟
As from the people that are also included in this, the sons of the uncles.
لا لأن ابن العم يجوز أن يتزوج ابنة عمه.
Or we'll say the cousins just to make it easier. No, the cousins, it's permissible for them to marry their cousins.
هل من هؤلاء الذين لا تتستر عنهم المرأة أخو الزوج؟
From also the people that are not, is it okay for the woman to not cover up in front of it? Is from these people the brother of the husband?
لا الزوج يجوز أن يتزوجها بعد أن يطلقها الزوج أو يموت عنها.
No, because the brother of the husband is permissible for him to marry her after the husband's divorce her, or he dies and she becomes a widow.
عم الزوج.
What about the uncle of the husband?
الزوج.
The maternal uncle of the husband?
كلهم هؤلاء ليسوا من المحارم.
All of these individuals are not from the maharim.
ابن أخ الزوج، ابن أخت الزوج
يعني
ليسوا من المحارم.
the nephews of the husband, from the brother or the sister side, they are also not from the maharim.
ابن الزوج من زوجة سابقة.
The son of the husband from a previous wife.
المحارم مر معنا.
He said yes, it's from the maharim. We already talked about this.
نعم. أو طيب. لما قال أو أبناء بعولتهم يعني أبناء الزوج من زوجة أخرى.
Like we said, when we said the children of her husband, meaning the children of her husband from another marriage.
ثم قال جل وعلا ولا يضربن بأرجلهن ليعلم ما يخفين من زينتهن. بعض النساء هذا يكثر في الهند وباكستان يضعون الزينة في القدم في الساق.
He says
إذا
that,
مشت إيش يخرج صوت يسمى خلخال.
and then he mentions the ayah that you all can read, and then he said this happens a lot, especially in the women of India. They put decoration or adornments on their ankles, and when they walk, a sound will come out, and these are called.
فلا يجوز لها أن تضرب برجلها حتى يظهر سماع الصوت الذي يلفت نظر الرجال.
So it's not permissible for her to stomp with her feet until that this sound comes out that will draw the attention of men.
ومثل هذا لو لبست حذاء له صوت إذا مشيت حتى ينظر لها الرجال أيضا لا يجوز.
And similar to this is if she were to wear shoes that make a sound when she walks, so this is not permissible because it will make the men turn towards her.
ثم قال تعالى وتوبوا إلى الله جميعا. لماذا قال جميعا؟ لأن كلنا نذنب.
And then Allah Ta'ala said at the translation, and make repentance to Allah, all of you. And why did he say all of you? Because all of us make sins.
لعلكم تفلحون أي لتنالوا وتحصلوا على الفلاح. والفلاح هو الظفر والفوز بالمطلوب والنجاة من المهروب.
And he says that in order that you may be successful, and he says meaning that in order that you might obtain the success, and the success or falah is that you get that which you want and are freed from that which you are running from, or escape that which you are running from and fleeing from.
التوبة واجبة على الجميع.
So tawbah is an obligation upon all.
لأن الكل يذنب، كل الناس يذنبون، كل ابن آدم خطاء.
Because all of the individuals, they make sins, and all of the children of Adam make mistakes.
فلذلك الله يقول يا أيها الذين آمنوا توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا.
And for that reason, Allah Jalla wa'ala, he says the translation of which is, "Oh, you who have iman, make tawbah to Allah." Tawbah that is nasuha or sincere.
معنى توبة نصوحة يعني توبة خالصة.
Meaning the meaning of a tawbah that is nasuh is a tawbah that is sincere.
ولن تكون توبة نصوحا إلا بشروط.
And a tawbah won't be, or repentance won't be sincere unless there are conditions met.
الشرط الأول أن تكون هذه التوبة خالصة لوجه الله تعالى.
The first condition is that this repentance be something done sincerely for Allah Ta'ala.
فلو أن تاب الإنسان لغير الله عز وجل لا تقبل توبته.
So if a person was to make tawbah for some reason other than Allah, then it would not be accepted from him.
كيف مثلا؟
How is this, for example?
واحد تاب من معصية خوفا على صحته.
A person makes tawbah or repentance from a sin out of fear for his health.
فمثلا هو كان يشرب الخمر.
So for example, he used to drink liquor.
فقال له الأطباء إذا استمريت في شرب الخمر فإنه سيؤثر على صحتك.
So the doctor said to him, if you continue drinking liquor, this will have an effect on your health.
فترك شرب الخمر حفاظا على صحته.
So he leaves off drinking alcohol to protect his health.
فهل هذا تائب؟
Then is this person a repenter?
لا لأنه ما تاب لله عز وجل.
No, because he didn't make tawbah for Allah Azza wa Jal.
أو آخر ترك الذنب ترك المعصية خوف من السجن.
Or another individual left off sins and left off disobedience out of fear of prison.
وسبق له يعني أن سجن فأخذوا عليه تعهد إن عدت الذنب مرة أخرى سنضاعف عليك السجن.
So maybe he might have did a crime before, and so they made an agreement with him that if you go back to doing crimes again, we're going to increase your staying in the jail.
فهذا ليس بتائب لأنه ما تاب لله عز وجل.
So this individual is not considered to be a ta'ib because he didn't make tawbah for Allah Azza wa Jal.
الشرط الثاني أن يقلع عن الذنب. إذا ما زال يستمر يفعله هذا ليس بتائب لازم يترك الذنب.
The second condition is that he leave the sin, meaning that he leave it and not continue to do it. If he continues to do it, then this is not tawbah from this sin.
الشرط الثالث أن يعزم على ألا يعود للذنب مرة أخرى، يكون عنده عزيمة قرر أنه لن يفعل هذا الذنب مرة أخرى.
The third condition is that he have firm resolve that he not go back and repeat this sin again.
قلنا يعزم على ألا يعود ولم نقل ألا يعود.
We said that he has to have this firm resolve on not doing it again, and we didn't say that he can't do it again.
وبين الأمرين فرق.
And there's a difference between the two of these things.
لو قيل ألا يعود،
If we were to say that he can't do it again,
معنى أن توبة غير مقبولة
that would mean that the tawbah would not be accepted
حتى يموت، لأنه قد يعود.
until he dies, because he might go back and do it again.
لكن إذا قلنا إذا أن يعزم على ألا يعود،
But if we said that he have a firm resolve that he not go back and do it again,
هذا منذ أن متى ما عزم ألا يعود صحت توبته.
then in this situation, the moment he makes this firm resolve, then his tawbah is considered to be sound and acceptable.
وإذا عاد
And if he repent, and if he goes back and does it again,
احتاج إلى توبة جديدة.
he needs to make a new tawbah.
الشرط الرابع أن يندم.
The fourth condition is that he be remorseful.
والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول الندم توبة.
The Prophet ﷺ, he said that remorse is tawbah.
لا أن يترك الذنب
Not that he leave the sin,
وهو فرح بهذا الذنب.
and while at the same time being pleased with that sin.
يقول والله كنا مبسوطين فرحانين بالذنب.
He says, wallahi, we used to be so we used to get so much enjoyment, it was so easy when we made these sins.
كنا مستمتعين بهذا الذنب.
We used to get so much enjoyment from these sins.
يا ليت هذه الأيام تعود مرة أخرى.
If only these days to come back again.
هذا ما هو تائب.
This is not repentance.
التوبة حرارة يجدها التائب في قلبه، يتمنى أنه لو لم يفعل هذا الذنب.
And tawbah is that like a fire that you find inside of yourself that you wish that you never done this sin.
آدم عليه السلام
Adam alayhi salam
عصى ربه جل وعلا.
disobeyed his Lord Jalla wa ala,
فأكل من الشجرة.
so he ate from the tree,
وتاب الله عليه.
and he made tawbah, and Allah accepted his tawbah.
لكن إلى يوم القيامة يقول إني عصيت الله أكلت من الشجرة.
But even until the day of the judgment, he'll be saying, verily I disobeyed Allah, I ate from that tree.
وموسى عليه السلام
And Musa alayhi salam,
وكز رجلا ضرب رجلا فقتله.
he struck an individual and he hit him, and that individual died.
لم يؤمر بقتله.
He wasn't commanded to kill him.
فاستغفر الله عز وجل وغفر الله له.
So he sought Allah's forgiveness, and Allah forgave him.
لكن إلى يوم القيامة يتذكر يقول قتلت نفسا لم أؤمر بقتلها.
But until the day of judgment, he'll remember, I killed an individual and I wasn't commanded to kill him.
هذه التوبة الصحيحة.
This is true tawbah.
أما أن يأتي إنسان وقد قتل رجلا أو رجلين أو ثلاثة
But as far as if a person were to come and he killed 1, 2, or 3 people,
ويقول أنا شجاع
and he said, I'm strong and
قتلت 10 رجال،
I killed 10 people,
هذا ما هو تائب.
this is not tawbah.
التوبة ندم.
And the tawbah is that you have remorse.
إذا كانت هذه التوبة تتعلق بذنب متعلق بحقوق الآخرين، فمن التوبة أن تعيد الحقوق الآخرين إن استطعت.
And if this sin that you did had something that connected it to the rights of other individuals, then from tawbah is that you return the rights of those individuals. This is tawbah.
فلو أن مثلا سرق من أخ له ساعة،
So if a person stole a watch from his brother,
فنظر واحد إلى الساعة قال ما شاء الله الساعة جميلة،
so somebody looked at the watch and said, MashaAllah, this is a nice watch.
قال لي والله أنا سارقها من فلان.
He said, I stole it from such and such.
سارقها من فلان؟
He said, you stole it from such and such?
أعوذ بالله حرام.
He said, Astaghfirullah, I seek refuge in Allah, this is haram.
قال لا الحمد لله أنا تبت
He said, no, alhamdulillah, I made tawbah from it.
ترجعها إلى
He
صاحبها.
said, if you made tawbah, return it back to the person who stole it from.
هي أنا تبت المهم.
He said, he'll say, no, it's for me, I already made tawbah, I got it now.
يصلح هذا؟
Is this acceptable?
لا يصلح.
This is not acceptable.
هذا إذا استطعت أن تعيد الحقوق إلى أهلها.
This is if you're able to return those rights back to their people.
إذا ما استطعت
If you're not able,
فلا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها.
then Allah will not hold a person to bear that. Allah will not burden a soul with more than it can bear.
بقي شرط أخير لتصح التوبة.
There's one more condition that remains for the correctness of tawbah,
أن تكون التوبة في وقت تقبل فيه التوبة.
and that is that the tawbah occurred during a time period that the tawbah is accepted in it.
آخر الزمان تخرج الشمس من مغربها.
So in the last times, the sun will rise from the west.
فإذا طلعت الشمس من مغربها آمن كل من على الأرض.
So when the sun rises from its west, everybody who's on the earth now will have iman.
لكن لا ينفع نفسا إيمانها لم تكن آمنة قبل أو كسبت في إيمانها خيرا.
But it would not benefit an individual their iman at that time if it hadn't had iman before or earned with it righteous action.
كذلك إذا غرغرت الروح وبلغت الحلقوم
Likewise, if the soul starts to rise up into the throat and reaches the esophagus,
وأوشك الإنسان على الموت
and the person is now almost certain that he's going to die,
قال تبت الآن
he's saying, now I'm making tawbah.
لا تصح توبته.
His tawbah is not acceptable.
هذا مثل من؟
This is like who?
مثل فرعون لما أدركه الغرق
This is like Fir'aun when the drownings came upon him.
فلم ينفعه إيمانه.
So his iman did not benefit him.
والله تعالى أعلم.
And Allah Ta'ala knows best.
والحمد لله أولا وآخرا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
And praise to Allah in the beginning and the end. And وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
هل فهمتم شيئا؟
Did you all understand anything?
نعم. بارك الله